Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. And as you can see, today I'm up here on Mount Tomaree. Down the bottom there you've got the beautiful Zenith Beach. And let's just do a bit of a panning shot. And you can see Shoal Bay, a very peaceful spring day. It's Monday, it's a long weekend. There's going to be a lot of traffic heading home, but it's all worth it. I love coming to Nelson Bay. I can spend 1 or 2 days here and feel like I've been away from Sydney for months. I can come here to regenerate, to recuperate, to recreate, and to basically chill out with my family, and it's something which I absolutely love. Anyway, I came up a little bit earlier and I saw a magnificent sunrise. It was just a glorious sunrise, and as you can see, the ladies down there are getting photos. It's selfie heaven up here, with 360-degree views of the Pacific Ocean, Fingal Bay and Shoal Bay, and all the way through to Port Stephens, Salamander Bay, Soldiers Point, Middle Island down the back there. And for those who are not aware, Port Stephens is bigger than Sydney Harbour. Anyway, I can't do a walk and talk today, so I'm going to have to do a stand and chat. But as you can see, it's glorious. And thank you very much for joining me on the 5 a.m. Club. But today I want to have a chat to you about a topic which I've got near and dear to my heart. And the topic for today is the topic of quality time. We always hear the word quality time bandied around, and people use it as something to comfort them, thinking that by having quality time with their partner, it's going to solve all of their problems. And what I'd like to do today is just have a chat to you about what is quality time, and is quality time enough to satisfy people around you. Anyway, let's kick it off. I remember reading a book just recently, a book summary, and they talked about the importance of proximity in friendships and relationships. So in order to maintain a relationship, you need a proximity with the other person. So you need to be geographically in the same location on a regular basis in order to keep a friendship growing, developing and thriving. I know this may be a little bit controversial, because a lot of people think that they can maintain strong relationships and strong friendships. Just had a kookaburra just fly by my head. It came pretty close, but it's all good. There's nothing much up there to peck at. But yeah, let's stick to the topic here and not get distracted. So a lot of people seem to think that relationships can be maintained from a distance, and the book that I read on friendships suggests that there are a lot more to friendships that meet the eye, and one of the key things is to have shared interests, and most importantly to have proximity to that friend, so you see each other, you hang out with each other. And it's not to hang out digitally or virtually, but it's to be in the same time and space as that person, where you can see them, you can smell them, you can basically take them in from a visual, from all your senses perspective. And it's really interesting because the big dilemma that a lot of working people have is how to share their time with their families, how to share their time with their partners and loved ones. And they all seem to think that quality time is something that's going to make it happen. But there is a school of thought which says that it doesn't matter how much quality time you spend with people, it's the amount of time that you spend with them, especially with children, that is most comforting. So a lot of people think that quality time is just being present with who you're with for the duration of the time that you're with them, and that's noble in its own way. You know, it's great to know that when we're together as a family, that everybody is present at that time and space and not being disrupted or distracted, and their mind is somewhere else. But most importantly, or what's more important than that, is to spend more time together, as opposed to snippets of time where you've got lots of time together. I guess at the other end of the spectrum is you don't want to be with people in the same proximity and with them all the time, and for them not to be present in that time and space and to be distracted. So as a parent, you don't want to be with your little ones, with your children all the time, and for them to be a burden, and for you not to want to be spending lots of time with them, chatting with them, talking with them, doing things with them, because that's not quality time, even though it's plenty of time with them. So what's the lesson here for young people? I guess the lesson here is that you need to make an effort. You need to make an effort to be with people, to be with your friends and family, and a like on Facebook and a chat here and there doesn't really tick the box and doesn't really create deep, strong friendships. So let me just turn the camera around and we'll have a bit more of a chat. So what do we learn from this? I guess the key thing that we learn from this is that we need to be connected with people, not necessarily digitally, but more importantly, physically. We need to be going and visiting them and chatting with them and being with them, doing things with them, breaking bread, having dinner with them, in order to build a strong and lasting relationship. You know, when I was growing up, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media. What we did have, though, is the gift of time, and we gifted that time to each other, to our friends, to our relatives, to our partners, to our workmates. And similarly, these days, that gift, that lesson, is so important. You know, on a person's birthday, don't just like their post, don't just send them a message. Pick up the phone and call them, but even more importantly, go and visit them. Grab a cake, go to their place, even if you're uninvited. Just turn up and make a fuss with your friends. I know I've been guilty of this over the years. I haven't been the person who goes out of his way to catch up with his friends and to share moments with them and to organise things. And I guess I'm the same with my family and relatives. But it's never too late to learn. And the key thing is we need to be present. We need to be there with them. Not virtually, but physically. So that your senses get to take them in. Your sight, your smell, your touch. What else is there? Sight, touch, your acoustic. And there's one more. But yeah, so your five senses need to be engaged on a regular basis with friends in order for that friendship to survive. Too many friends these days slowly disappear and break off from each other for no other reason but from the lack of connection through the physical ability to keep together. And I dare say that COVID-19 is going to make things a lot more awkward for people with all this social distancing and difficulties in terms of getting together, staying together and being with lots of people, especially if you're a migrant. Greeks, for example, we love being with people. We love catching up with people. We love being in the same place. We love dancing. We love touching. We love breaking bread, eating, and all of those things. Now you steal those from us, you take that from us, and what you're basically doing is you're disconnecting us from our culture, from our family, from our friends, and basically turning our time into unquality time. Because as I've alluded to before, and as I've said before, quality time is more about being with somebody for a long period of time rather than just ticking the box and saying, we've spent some quality time together, because that doesn't cut it. It doesn't cut the mustard in the long term. And you'll see with time, as the years pass, if you don't make an extra effort to connect with your friends and to be with them and to organise things with them, they won't be your friends for very much longer, and you'll be living a life of a recluse and basically feeling disconnected. And what's the other word I'm looking for? Living a life of a vacuous life, because Western life has become quite vacuous. You could be surrounded by lots of people. You could have lots of friends on Facebook. You could have lots of connections in social media. You could have people liking your posts. But that means nothing in the scheme of things, because they're not true friendships. They're not deep and meaningful friendships. They are just very, very superficial friendships which don't cut the mustard and don't last a distance. You'll find out in time. So the lesson to young people is to make an effort, make a big effort to be with your family, your friends, and to celebrate every opportunity that you can, and keep it going for as long as you can. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. I'm up here at Nelson Bay. It's a cracker of a day. Not a cloud in the sky. Just check it out. Not a cloud. Not a cloud in the sky. The moon is setting over there in the background. And that's basically it. So to all my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, don't rely on quality time, because quality time is quantity time is more important than quality time. You need to be physically present with the people that you love and cherish, and to spend as much time as you can with them, for fear that if you don't, those friendships will dissipate and evaporate. Yassas, take care, all the best from Jim's 5am Club, and tomorrow I'll come to you from another location. Don't know where I'll be, but it will be glorious, I guarantee it, and hopefully I can supplement it and complement it with a nice little message, a book summary, or some sort of learning that we can all benefit from. Yassas, Sasagapao, I love you, take care, and until we meet again, take care, Yassas.